Greetings. So right now, the buzzwords, the catchphrases right now are recession, inflation, high interest rates, doom and gloom, you know, that type of thing. The savvy investor, the optimistic entrepreneur, they hear those words and they think opportunity. And right now, it's the great opportunity, great environment to make offers. We've been making a lot of offers. If you're in business acquisitions, if you're in real estate, you should be making offers, creative and different offers, lowball offers, and creative offers. Creative as far as the terms, as far as financing, as far as prices. Right. I'm looking at this property right now. That's in Mississippi. It's like a tertiary market of Mississippi, and right now the my focus is making offers on properties that are already on market. As a wholesaler, traditionally as a wholesaler, a big part of your strategy is finding off-market deals. You're uncovering deals that nobody else has found or deals that nobody else has gotten to first. So that's a big part of strategy of wholesaling. But in my approach or my philosophy right now, because in that strategy, it requires certain uh, tactics and skills and time and money that I'm just not. That's just not my point of focus right now. So my point of focus is really more of acquisitions and higher scale commercial properties or higher ticket commercial properties and multifamily. So I'm going after properties that are already on market. So there may be some possible motivation. A lot of not to go off topic, but a lot of sellers will just put their properties on the market just to fill out the market. But some of these property owners are actually motivated, and the longer that they're sitting on the market, the more opportunity for someone to come in and snatch them at a favorable terms or at a discount. So Lambert, Mississippi. I'm not familiar with Lambert, Mississippi. I'm gonna have to do more due diligence on it. But right now, I'm looking for a funding partner or someone to invest with me because this one I actually got it. This letter of intent accepted. These people accepted my terms, and they were pretty favorable terms. So looking at my due diligence, as you can see here, the Lambert Community Housing is what it's called. The property. Um, you can see the property right now is bringing in $20,000 a month in rent, and there's lots of opportunity, lots of upside, what we call value add in real estate. Because like you can see here, there's you look at the rent roll, 51 units, more than a few vacant properties. You got the lowest rent I see is paying 475 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So of course I'm not in that location, so I can't look have I don't have boots on the ground yet to actually take a look at it. But 475 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath dwelling in any environment seems like pretty decent rent. That's good rent for somebody to be getting, and so that means that there's a lot more opportunity. There's people paying, as you can see, the pro forma, which is like the projected of what it could be. The pro forma is 750, so that seems a little bit more reasonable as to what could be charging. I know affordable housing is a point of focus for around the nation right now, but 750 is still pretty affordable for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath apartment. So there's types of things that you consider as far as what you could add value to, because right now, as it stands, the annual cash flow is for 2022 the cash flow, and this is minus expenses, minus the what would be the debt service. That's mortgage. The principal and interest payments. Cash flow is 25,000. So that's not a ton. That's not very exciting, but there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of income. There's a lot of uh, potential for increase in income, potential in decrease in expenses, which is the name of the game when it comes to any type of business. Really, increase income, decrease expenses. So you see the pro forma cash flow is 168,000. So that's being very optimistic, but the potential is there. So you see that's a nice spread between 25,000, which I would call the bottom end, and 168,000, which is the higher end. So there's lots of potential to increase. So the terms that I got it under right now, they actually accepted my terms. I did my quick calculations. So they accepted a purchase price of 1.3 million, and at 70%, typically a lender will lend 70% of either the purchase price or the value. And so different lenders have their different criterias, but I calculated it at 70%. If somebody was to lend 70% at 1.3, well, actually I calculated like the based on the income and the cash flow, it would be worth on the higher end about 2 million, lower end about 1.1 million. So my calculation at 1.3 million, at 70%, that would be 910,000 that would go to the seller at closing, and then for that other 30%, they would carry a second position, a seller financing at 390,000. That would be the remaining balance that would be owed to them at 5%. And at 5% interest only payments. So interest only payments instead of the principal and interest amortized, you just pay them interest only. So that would lower your cash flow. That would lower your expenses. And not only that, I got them to agree to deferred payments for 180 days, so 6 months. So the first interest only payment wouldn't be due until 6 months, and then a 7-year balloon. So you have 7 years to basically raise the value of the property, reposition it, refinance, whatever the case may be, and get them out of that second position. So again, this is what I do. I make offers, because you'd be surprised how many people who are in the game don't actually just make offers. So I'm being a lot more intentional about just making offers, being audacious in making offers, not being scared to just make offers. All they can do is say no, and then be bold and be conservative in your calculations, and don't get too optimistic in your calculations. Be very conservative and just do your numbers, and be quick with it, and get some offers out there, and you'd be surprised you get them accepted. So I got this offer accepted, and of course, it's not the final purchase and agreement, but at least I've got to the table as far as an agreement to my terms that I made up, and then of course it's contingent on finding the financing, doing the final due diligence, things like that. But that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for funding partners, JV partners, people who can find money for me that I could bring in on the deal. And other than that, that's what we're looking at, and I'll be back on another video with more properties and more of my due diligence on looking at the market, what the market looks like right now. So peace and blessings.